What's up, guys? Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review. Today, doing our first VOD review of patch 15.4. When I'm recording this right now, this patch is not out on NA or probably EU yet, but it is out on the APAC regions. So today we are watching Haruru, who's playing on the Taiwanese server. He's someone who is always streaming when the new patch comes out, so he is one of my favorite people to watch because I know rain or shine, this guy is going to be there grinding out some games on the new patch, trying out new stuff, which is just always fun to see because a lot of stuff got added, buffed, nerfed to this patch. It was kind of a huge patch. It was almost mid-set level of patch with just how many they added new power-ups. They didn't add any new like items or anything like that, but they also like reworked some items. So in some ways they did add new items. This was a crazy big patch, and there is a ton of stuff to yap about with it, but I really do want to talk about the line that Haruru plays this game because it is one of these lines that uses a new power-up that has been added to the game, which kind of creates a new entire reroll comp that you can play for. So let's get into it. So we start off this game with 4 Syndras, an Ezreal, a Rell here, a Garen. Definitely like a good Prodigy opener. Items wise here, nothing really to write home about. I guess the only slam you could really think about is Morello. I mean, I don't mind a Silver Destiny to start off the game just for some extra gold here. But he sees Chaotic Evolution here, and I think honestly, every indication here is that Haruru does not want to play this reroll comp here. But he's in such a spot for it. Like I said, 4 Syndras already. He's got this Rell already. I do imagine that we are going to power up Syndra here. We'll see which, that's golden, the one that executes and gives you gold. Midas Touch. Midas Touch Syndra, yeah, I mean, you'll love a Midas Touch in the early game onto an upgraded unit. And we are not committed yet, but I mean, we kind of are committed by the fact that we took this augment to playing some kind of reroll comp. And the reroll comp that Haruru has in mind is this, and I mean, with the 5th Syndra, I think we are well and truly, almost, I would say, locked in to playing this line, which is Syndra 1-cost reroll. Oh, I'm so pleased. We're going to team planner out the comp now. Kind of surprised that he doesn't have Garen. Yeah, he's going to put Garen in the planner, right? Surely. And so this is the basic idea, is you can roll these 4 1-costs, and this is a comp that existed pre-patch, but wasn't the best, I would say. You know, it was totally, some people said that it was playable when you were, when you got the tiny team augment, the one that says only play 3 Star Guardians. So like, it was like one of the lowest tiers on DishSoap's tier list, and I don't think that was that crazy. I did do some checks, and I didn't see anyone doing well with it, but... And ooh, look at this. We're thinking of even playing more 1-cost because a new power-up has been added to the game. We don't actually have it yet. We just, you know, we have... We have this power-up onto Syndra, which is a common power-up. But they added a new power-up this set. It is called Starry Night. It goes on Rell only. It says, Rell gains 6% HP and 10 AP for every 1-cost you field, and 3-star units count double. So if you just play this 1-cost, you know, where you play the 4 1-cost and you 3-star all of them, which is, you know, not the craziest thing to do, you end up getting 6 times 8, 48% HP and 80 AP onto your Rell, which on its face does sound absolutely broken. Obviously, you have to invest a bit into it. You aren't able to, you know, get all that power right at the start, but I mean, it is a very, very high cap. And he's even considering Ken and Malphite add on to that. I mean, to be fair, I guess if you had 6 units, that's 12. So that is 12 to 72% HP and 120 AP if you got all 6 3-starred. But I don't know, that seems a bit optimistic. We are going to make the Nasher Slam here onto the Syndra. I imagine we are going to still dig for Rising Chaos as our power-up, just because, I mean, this is a comp where you are playing for this Rell that's going to get an extra 50% HP on 3-star Rell, with Bastion, which is also, oh my god, what are these Syndra shops? I mean, we got to play it now. We don't have the Rells yet, which is kind of the sad part. You'd ideally, I think, hit a little bit more evenly than this, but I mean, okay, we're going to hit our Syndra 3 here for sure. But yeah, the other nice thing is the Bastion scaling with the HP, and then the AP just is going to turn Rell into a monstrous tank, and so you can then, you know, play for this kind of scaling Rising Chaos Syndra, I would think, but we'll see what the power-up ends up actually being. I mean, we're going to keep this Midas Touch for now, and I doubt it's going to stay forever. But yeah, I mean, I think these new power-ups are really cool. They added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in total. 7 kind of like hero augment style power-ups, which, I mean, I think is really it is a great usage of the power-up system. One of the coolest parts of it, where it can create a comp that otherwise, would not exist. This comp, I mean, we saw pre-patch kind of sucked. They didn't really change any of the units, but they added in this power-up, and so now people are trying out this comp, seeing if it's legit. I mean, I guess you just make Deathcap Gargoyle. Gargoyle onto Bastions is not the best, but I mean, to be fair, we're going to get a ton of extra AP onto this Rell, so I don't think it's even that bad. Certainly going to roll down here to 30 gold-ish. I guess you have one more reroll if you really want it, where you could still make 30. He's really considering, yeah, we're going to dip deep here. Wow. I mean, we are one off Syndra is the thing. So he opts to dip all the way down to 20 gold here, and then this is going to be where we stop. The Gumblade onto Syndra actually over the Warmogs. I guess this, or Warmogs, the Death Cap onto her. I think this makes a lot of sense with a Bastion frontline, right? Whenever you have a Bastion frontline, you are usually very excited about building Gumblade, just because healing up a unit with a ton of armor and MR is really good, because they make each point of HP go further. I mean, is it just care package here? I mean, I know this is one of the few augments that when Wajan Iverson was doing his tier list, he ranked very, very highly. He ranked it in his S tier. He really, really likes this power up. Augmenting. We got too much stuff in TFT now. For the first half of the set, I called them anomalies, and now like between power up, between augment, between all this stuff, it's too hard, guys. I'm sorry. But with this augment, I mean, it makes a lot of sense in reroll as well, because it has a chance of cashing out duplicators. But normal case scenario, you're getting a bunch of extra components, some extra gold, especially if you make it like later into the game. So yeah, I guess the only downside, by the way, to this reroll comp is you'd love to get Battle Academia in sooner rather than later, because you are going to go for a Garen 3, very likely. Move power up here, that is Rising Chaos, so we throw that onto Syndra here. Very, very good news for us to get that, because yeah, like I said, I think it makes so much sense when you are playing for a Syndra who is going to be sitting behind a giant frontline, especially with Gumblade made already. You're just going to have almost all the frontline that you need, and so you just need, scaling. I mean, I wonder even if he would have considered something else over Nashor's Tooth. He did have the ability to make Winces if he wanted it, but opted for Nashor's. I think from an item economy standpoint, though, I mean, Belt's definitely not the worst component to have on Rell, probably one of the best, but we will continue to chill here on our board here, looking pretty strong with the early Syndra 3. We have this sword open again, so sword plus rod still open. I mean, is it just Shojin here, and then you go for like a Crown Guard or something? I mean, that's what I would be looking at here. He might just take the glove and go for JG. The only downside to that is, where does this rod end up going later? But I guess Crown Guard, when you have all this extra AP, is not that important. Gonna roll a tad bit here. Not actually sure on the reasoning there. It's interesting, because we could fit Battle Academia, right? I mean, it kind of feels like you should just fit it here with the Leona as just another Bastion on your front line. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe we'll see this comp more optimized. I mean, my thought is, maybe like you would have to make your board weaker here to fit Battle Academia is the thing. You'd have to lose out on Star Guardian, which seems wrong for your Syndra 3. But the upside is you'd start stacking up this Garen, which is HP, stacking up onto a Bastion. I mean, we've seen the stuff that a huge Garen can do. Power up here, and there is that in the middle one. You see the one costs one. So Starry Knight is the one you'd be looking for, but you can see the 6% HP and 10 AP there. So we've fully gotten there. Right now we're only at 50 AP, right? 10 for every one cost, and then 20 for the 3-star Syndra. So we're only at 10 and quick mass 30% HP and 50 AP. So we have not really hit our max cap here, and yeah, he's hovering over it. I don't know. I mean, I only speak English, so I wish I knew what he was saying here. And yeah, he's kind of like, should we play for this? I mean, yeah, the Rell ability, so like for people who haven't actually like played around this Rell unit, it doesn't provide her any shield, any RNMR. What it provides her is, I mean, it does some damage, and then it reduces damage taken by a flat amount that does scale with AP. So you really want to be playing the setup into people who are doing a lot of small amounts of damage. Somebody like a Karma, damage over time is really, like a Malzahar would be like the best matchup for you, I would say. Void Staff got to come down here. Reforged Sword for sure. Reforge another sword and then go adaptive most likely, but it could also be steadfast or something. I mean, looks like we are going to win this fight, so we don't need to overslam here. We've hit everything but the Rell, which is kind of hilarious. You'd love to just say, you know what, I'll just tank Garen, but I mean, it's Starry Night Rell, you got to play for Rell. Last I won't call power up. I mean, you actually have a decent amount of extra items. I wonder if it is just item collector. I mean, it seems fine to me. I mean, I don't think it's this. Ooh, he rolls that first? Wow. I mean, I guess we have the JG. Wow, he really likes this. I mean, oh, we already have a glove, so this could be TG. Oh, no, it's going to be IE Ezreal. Wowza. Okay. I mean, we are kind of cooking here, so it does end up being Adaptive Helm. But not TG, no. We go for IE Ezreal here, and this is going to be... I love the combination of items here. Void Staff, IE Ezreal, but this is going to be a dual carry Syndra Ezreal here. I mean, the nice thing about this comp is you are rolling for all these one costs. Reminds me of... There was an old Ezreal plus... Was it an Ezreal Karma? It was like Jade reroll, where you could actually... You know, you had... I think it was also for one cost. It was like Ezreal Karma... Was it a one-cost Taric? And then maybe one more unit? But that reminds me of this, where you're rolling for, you know, a one-cost Ezreal, a one-cost other, like, backliner, and then a one-cost frontliner, and then I think there was even more one cost on that board, which is kind of hilarious. But yeah, I mean, the big downside is we still have not hit this Rell 3 yet. We really want that. Yeah, I mean, we'd love to have Rell 3 in these fights, and then we can start pushing levels, getting stuff like the Nico in, which adds just beautiful traits to this board. I have to imagine your cap from this is just more Star Guardians, just because your two main carry and main tank are both Star Guardian, but we'll see here how Haruru wants to cap this out here. Would really love to just kind of finish a Rell item or something off here, but we aren't able to. Just pick up the Leona, which, I mean, is a decent unit to hold on to, I guess. Ooh, 2 rolls, 2 Rells. Actually, that's really fortunate. I feel like when I play these games, I have to roll like 10 times for... I mean, I have to roll like 20 times for Rell here, but whatever. This guy's just a beast here. And so he has unlocked the full value of Starry Night. Once again, almost 50% HP and 80 AP. I mean, I kind of want him to hover over the Rell ability here to see how much flat DR she actually... Well, it's not even damage reduction. It's like flat... I mean, damage, you can see the little, when it shows this little icon here, it actually like says in text, like blocked. That's just like straight up damage that she is blocking when very small amounts of damage are hitting her that are under that threshold of what she's blocking. I mean, this is a great, you know, if we ever end up in a meta where every single person is playing like Malzahar reroll, oh, he did hover it over actually, though, it does already have the AP, right? Yeah. So anything below 86 damage just gets completely blocked. And, you know, if you're doing 100 damage per second, reduce that 86 down to you're all of a sudden only taking 14 damage per second. I mean, that is crazy. So it's dependent on, you know, the tick rate of the damage. You can see a board like this where Karma, like, look at that thing just sitting on Rell, not doing any damage. The only downside is we didn't actually have the damage to kill the rest of their board. And this guy had a big dummy that we had to get through. So we lose this fight, but I mean, I really think it's because we got stuck here looking for Rell 3, and we have this kind of weird itemization setup. Third item Rell, we certainly would win that. Though Ezreal, it's a very respectable 8k damage from the Ez with only 2 items, and I wouldn't call this Bis Ez, probably. All right, so we have the MR Shred just from Syndra straight up, so I don't think that's really your highest priority here. We get a full Sterax here. I mean, you can put that onto Garen. I mean, you can go a lot of Garen items here. You can make Titan's Resolve as well. You do need to finish Rell items here. Ooh, he's going to Reforge... What? We're going to Reforge Cloak here. I guess this must mean this is Steadfast Heart, and then he's just making, like... Is it LW? Oh, okay, GS, okay, yeah. Because your damage is mixed, but I mean, much more magic than physical here. So we're just gonna make GS here. I like this. I was ready for the double Shred and Sunder Ezreal, but it cannot be, sadly. All right, we get our fight there. We throw Rise onto this board, actually. And now we're going to level for Ahri as well here. Yeah, and then just also get Poppy onto this board. Add more Star Guardians. Makes sense, right? Once again, like the main units that you've powered up, the main units that you cared about are your Star Guardians. So yeah, I mean, why would you play for anything else as your extra units? And, you know, down the line, I mean, Seraphine is obviously the dream to get in, but we'll see. I mean, this is a pretty strong everything 3-star crew board that we just beat, right? I mean, I don't know. I think this comp might have some legs. I mean, that looked very good. We're going to continue to kind of donkey roll down here on 8, and we did find the Seraphine. Yeah, the question is, what do you cut here? Because there's so many good things on this board. I mean, you must play this. Oh, wow. He's even just going to cut the Rakan here. Drop out of protect. That can't be right. There's no way that is correct. Drop out a Protector and Battle Academia for your Ezreal 3? Like, Rakan must be better than something on this board. If it's Ahri, it's Ahri. If it's Poppy, it's Poppy. But, I mean, there's no way, man. There is no way. I mean, lots of Star Guardians is great, but come on. All right, Garen item we are looking for here. Ideally, I would think not much at the Garen store here. So we're going to end up taking JG, which is going to go... I don't know where. I guess Seraphian, because we have 3 Prodigy in, and yeah, he is gonna get the Ezreal in over the Ahri. Yeah, I mean there is no way that we are meant to cut that. Okay, so this makes a lot of sense. The Ahri power up is trait is pretty good. I mean, I do think once we get further into the patch, I'm interested in what the stats look like. You know, just go to like an explorer on tactics.tools or something like that. Type in Syndra 3, Ezreal 3, Rell 3, and Garen 3, and then see what the extra units that are good on this board are. Because, I mean, it makes sense to me that it would be Star Guardian, but I'm actually not sure, like, what is a better Star Guardian bonus, the Ahri bonus or like the Poppy bonus? Here he says Poppy, which I think makes sense to me. The Poppy bonus is very nice. And oh, it's this portal. I didn't even realize it's this portal where you get the 2 extra item anvils here. So we're gonna look for Garen item. I guess it's double Starax. I mean, you could really. Oh, he's gonna move Void over and then make Nashor's Ez. Okay, I mean, I could see this. The only problem is this Void Staff. Seraphine no mana item takes 1 trillion years to cast, but man, the Gunblade from Syndra plus this Rell healing up so much. We're gonna beat this perfect form Zac board, just kind of clear them. This guy also has kind of been clearing the lobby, and yeah, the Ezreal. I mean, I think the damage from this Ezreal has been very respectable this game, and top 3 locked in for a 1-cost reroll comp. By the way, remember, like 1-cost reroll comps are usually stuck playing for 4th. You are usually not winning out games on 1-cost reroll comps unless they're egregiously broken. So it'll be fun to see what we cap out at this game. If it's a 3rd, I mean, that's still quite good. If it's a, if it's better than that, that is amazing. Find another dupe here, a bit late for the duplicator. We are going to get Kobuko on this board here. I mean, not a bad dude to get it on the board. Oh, we also got an item component here, so we can make adaptive if we want, or not adaptive, whatever this one, steadfast heart here, and then we're gonna move Nashor's over to the Seraphine. I don't know about all this. Also raiding the Karma board. Interestingly enough, the Karma board doing, I mean, to be fair, this guy made it to Karma Gwen 2. Gwen 2 is when the board really obviously comes online. But I mean, not bad. Honestly, it's interesting. I mean, they did not buff Karma at all. They just nerfed everything else. That was a jinx that we could, I'm a little surprised. I mean, I guess it's not too bad. We miss on the Nico too. That's pretty rough. I mean, I would think you would just play 6 Star Guardian here. Obviously, you get the DR onto your entire board from Frobuko here, so that's pretty good. I mean, a nice win against this perfect form board. We're hoping that somehow that guy... Oh my god, wait, the other guy did take a pretty bad loss here. Roll it down here. Poppy pair, but I mean, we won against this guy last time. We just have to hope that the Zac doesn't bounce on our backline and kill everything. And he's also... Is he going to continue? Yeah, I think he's going to spread out a bit more here. Yeah, I mean, there's 2 like schools of thought. One is like do this and just try to focus down the Zac, and the other one is spread out so he doesn't jump straight to your backline. I kind of like, yeah, this Ezreal and Syndra next to each other, though. Ezreal's going to start hopping around the entire board, so I guess you can never really keep him in one spot, though. This fight against Real 1 looks a lot worse, and we are going to take a loss here, which I think means locked into a 3rd. But still, I mean, like I said, 1-cost Real into 3rd, very solid. I mean, I think this comp looked good, and we had some kind of complications this game. We naturaled the Syndra 3, but then it took us forever to find Rell. I mean, that's how reroll is sometimes. But I definitely think this is a comp worth exploring and trying out more with this new power-up. So let me know if you guys play it, how your games go. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Twitch, my Metafy. I got some more Metafy VODs, by the way, on my Metafy kind of... I don't know what you call it, my Metafy group there. So go check those out. Been doing some more coaching on the set, and also those are going to be going onto my VOD channel, which the link is down below as well. They just go, the Metafy people get them early, and then the VOD people get them later. So if you want to see them now, go to Metafy. If you want to see them later, go sub to the VOD channel. And if you want to see them in real time, purchase a coaching session. Pretty good, huh? Pretty good. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.